Shalom. My name is Todd Bennett, and I'm coming to you from Shema Israel Publications. And I'd like to share an interesting aspect of the scriptures for you today involving the house of Israel and the work of the Messiah. Now, many people are not taught the history of Israel and the kingdom of Israel and how important it is to the future. You see, after King Solomon, the kingdom of Israel was divided because of his sins. He had violated the commandments and violated the Torah, and as a result, the kingdom was torn away from him. Some of it remained because of King David, for the sake of King David, but 10 tribes were ripped away from his throne in his kingdom. So it resulted in two kingdoms, the kingdom of Judah, the house of Judah, and the kingdom of Israel, the house of Israel, the northern tribes. Both sinned, both kingdoms were punished, and in different fashions, and various prophets were sent to prophesy to those different kingdoms and those different houses. One particular prophet, Hosea, was sent to the house of Israel to prophesy to them about what would happen to them because of their sins. And ultimately, they would no longer be considered the people of Elohim, and Elohim would no longer be their God. Which that language meant that they would no longer be in covenant with them, and they would actually become divorced. And that's exactly what happened. They were divorced from Elohim. But there was an incredible part of that prophecy that gave them hope. And it basically says in Hosea 1:10, "Yet the number of the people of Israel shall be like the sand of the sea, which can neither be measured nor numbered. And in the place where it was said to them, 'You are not my people,' it shall be said to them, 'Children of the living Elohim.'" Now that's really interesting, because that's what we all want to be. We want to be sons of Elohim. And in Hebrew, the Hebrew language, every character has a numeric value. So if we look at the word Beni Ha-Elohim, which means sons of Elohim, that has a particular numeric value. That phrase does. And it adds up to be 153. Now, we know that the Messiah came, and he said that he came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And this is a message that's often lost on people. I grew up in Christianity, really not understanding the context of the ministry of the Messiah. He came to reunite this divided kingdom, and he specifically came that I came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. The house of Israel that was taken captive by the Assyrians and was held captive for thousands of years. And in fact, we're just seeing that time period of their captivity expiring now. But here's an important thing that was revealed through the ministry of the Messiah, and we read about it after his death and resurrection in John 21. He appeared to the disciples on the shore of the Sea of Galilee, and they'd been fishing for fish, and they weren't having any success. And he appeared to them, and he told them, right at daybreak, he stood on the beach and said to them, "Children, you have no fish, have you?" And they answered him, "No." He said to them, "Cast the net to the right side of the boat, and you will find some." So they cast it, and now they were not able to haul it in, because there were so many fish. That disciple whom Yeshua loved said to Peter, "It is the Master." And when Shimon Kepha heard that it was the Master, he put on some clothes, for he was naked, and jumped into the sea. But the other disciples came in the boat, dragging the net full of fish, for they were not far from the land, only about 100 yards off. When they had gone ashore, they saw a charcoal fire there, with fish on it, and bread. Yeshua said to them, "Bring some of the fish that you have just caught." So Shimon Kepha went aboard and hauled the net ashore, full of large fish, 153 of them. And though there was so many, the net was not torn. Well, many read that and they don't have any idea why the scriptural text would specifically mention 153. But when you think about the prophecy of Hosea, talking about regathering the house of Israel and calling them Beni Ha-Elohim, in the text of Hosea, it's sons of the living El, but it's clearly referring to Beni Ha-Elohim, the sons of Elohim, And when we understand that the sons of Elohim calculates out to be 153 in the Hebrew text, it's clear as a bell. The Messiah was appearing to them saying, why are you fishing for fish when you're supposed to be fishing for the sons of Elohim, Beni Ha-Elohim? So see, it's a powerful thing when we understand the Hebrew text and the Hebrew language. And this shows us very clearly that the Messiah was sending them a message in the Hebrew language. And there's so much more that we can understand when we get into the Hebrew text, but that's just one small example I've given you. And we try through the Walk in the Light series to really cast light on the scriptures and depth to our understanding, which increases our faith when we understand the Hebrew text and the Hebrew context of the ministry of the Messiah. So I hope you found this helpful, and I'd encourage you to get a hold of our books in the Walk in the Light series and check out our website at www.shemaisrael.net, where we have a lot of free information, free articles, and you can also order the books from that site as well as on Amazon.com. And we'd also encourage you to subscribe to our channel here on YouTube at Shema Israel Teaching. And there we'll be getting out new teachings, and you can get a hold of them, and they'll be sent to you directly. You'll get notifications when we have new teachings. So until the next time, Shalom.